It's inside, eh?
So we leave it on. Let's just put it like this. Hello? Thank you. Just leave it to are you in that room?
Okay. Okay.
Just stay here a bit.
Me?
I want to test confirm with you.
Please confirm quickly because I need to manage that meeting. I'm speaking. I'm sure you can hear me. James, I'm sure you can hear me. You can hear me, even the audio from here? I believe you can. Okay.
It's okay, we'll just leave it like that. Do not run out.
Okay.
Please. Okay. Later, always open.
I'm going to leave them on.
Alright.
So that when they open, at least there's light. You're not turning on the light. Yeah?
You will be the first point.
Yeah.
Are you
Friday. No, I'm not at first. I'm not at first to go.
Hello. Let me see. Let's take this person online. Let's see. That is camera. That is camera. That is camera. If you're online on video conferencing, confirm you can hear us loud and clear. Confirm you can hear us loud and clear. And I would appreciate if you also turned on your camera. Said, just respond online and if possible turn on your camera. Why am I? Said is on pressure. I don't know where the pressure is coming from. Chatting. Said I wanted you to turn on your camera. As simple as that on the VTC. And then he's not with us. Benson, you log in, Papa. You log in.
Hi, James, can you hear me?
Hey, oh yes, Christian. He should be online. Okay, go and tell him to just continue speaking. I just want to see that audio. Okay. Christian, if you can hear me, say something one more time. Wanokatsaga muntu kujeni. Ero emulabayo omuntu mumugoba. Bayinza to disorganizing wanokati. Do you hear me online? You hear me loud and clear. If you're online on the video conference, please test with us your sound. I'm interested to hear how you come in.
Yeah, because I don't know how. I can give me your number. Or you call me 0751.
Oh yes.
Yeah, 48 12. So call me when you're ready. I will speak, and then you'll tell me.
Just when that you're speaking like that.
Okay. This is it, huh?
I think this is from the Vilt room. Yeah, Vilt, we hear you loud and clear. You can come over.
Hello?
Okay, but I wanted us to cheat a bit. If one of the delegates can have that thing in here pinned, but it's coming in, I hear them. Okay. Now, Benson, let me test with you online, video conference now, the Vilt. Vilt, I'm okay. I want video conference. Hey, by the way, go and pan. We don't have enough time. Let's fast pan. Let's fast pan the cameras. There's somebody online. You can, I will tell you, you can leave it like that for now. When the person speaks online, then you put them. Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
But don't. From 15. I'd not just thrown it up there. We were putting it.
And Sherry. Good. Okay. So see you then.
No, just a moment. Just to find out with the audio, is the mic far from you, sir? Because the microphone, because you're quite faint. It's still echoey. Okay. Because okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. All right. Saeed, if you can hear me, can you speak on the mic? I just want to compare that. Yes, maybe because you're in the room, but at least you come in. If you can maybe step out a little bit and then increase your volume. Come again.
How do you read me now? I'm outside.
Come again.
How do you read me?
Okay. Loud and clear. Yeah, on the positions. Elise, can you put it up? Yeah, it's better from your side. Meet refused to go into my software. So when they ask for program, it is you. Okay. All right. Benz, just a moment. Okay. This is... yes, sir. Okay. Benson. Let's see. Benson, we're calling that one position 1. Eh? Hey. I guess no one is taller than you there. Benson, can you sit upright? Benson, you're the tallest in the room, eh? Okay. Yes. Benson, the next seat. Eh? Next seat, Papa. Benson, next seat. But am I using the right camera? Why am I getting on the side? Benson, hold on. I'm not sure I'm getting the right camera here. Oh, yes, Benson. Sorry, but I will have to take you back because it seems I was not using the right camera. Hey. You pause the live. Yeah, but it would be good for the sound. We wanted people to comment before anything. Yeah. Benz, I'm sending you back to the other. Benson, I'm sending you back to seat 1. Eh? Thank you. Okay, that's better. That's much better, Benson. You like it? And do you hear the sound on live? I like the feedback. Yeah. Just a moment. I'm not going down yet. Just a moment. Benson, seat 2. Thank you. Seat 2. No, they have muted. We wanted to. It's okay. You can pause it. The sound. Eh? Okay. That's very easy. Tell me. Do you hear anything? Somebody connected? You still there? Just a moment. Let me see. I need to. Okay. Master.
Republic of Uganda, Mr. Paula Jomo, Director, Regional Service Center Entebbe, Mr. Emmanuel Ngor, Regional Field Technology Service, United Nations Regional Service Center Entebbe, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors, United Nations Member States, our partners from UPDF, the NATO Atlantic Treaty Organization and NATO Communication Information Agency, friends from the media, and my United Nations colleagues, all protocols observed. Good morning, bonjour, habari asubuhi. I extend a warm and cordial welcome to the United Nations Entebbe campus and the Regional Service Center Entebbe for the momentous occasion of the commissioning of the virtual instructor-led training center. I would like to express my gratitude for your presence here today. As we embark on this significant initiative, our program today will cover, as you can see on the screen, we will commence with four speeches, which will be displayed on the video wall for the ones who will be joining online. They will join online. We'll start at 10:05, and we'll conclude at 11:05. Following this, we will witness the exchange of the plaque, which will be between the NATO Communication and Information Agency and the United Nations. Subsequently, we'll have the honor of inviting our chief guest to officially inaugurate the virtual instructor-led training room. During this moment, we kindly request all guests to remain seated, as it will be also displayed in the video wall as a live streaming event. Once the chief guest proceeds to the press conference, we will invite all excellencies, ambassadors, and the United Nations member states represented here today, together with the peacekeeping centers, to go to the virtual instructor-led training room to also view the virtual instructor-led training room as well. They will be escorted by Mr. Emmanuel Ngor and our ushers. Distinguished delegates, at 12:05, we extend a cordial invitation for a collective photo session in front of the RTCC, which will be able to commemorate this auspicious occasion. Following this, at 12:35, we warmly welcome you to join us for a delightful lunch at the RSCE gazebo and the charming Place to Be restaurant. Your esteemed presence and active participation will undoubtedly enrich the memorable occasion that we are expected to have today. Thank you for your attention, and let us collectively celebrate this significant milestone in advancing our sharing goals and commitments. Without further ado, I'll now request Mr. Paula Jomo, the Director RSCE, to come and give his opening remarks.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Entebbe. For those who have already been here, welcome back. And for those who are discovering this fantastic facility today, you are invited to come back again and see us. I'm delighted to have you today here. And Assistant Secretary General Bernardo Mariano Jr., Your Excellencies, ambassadors from UN member states, our partners from UPDF, the Peacekeeping Training Center in Kenya, Peacekeeping Training Center in Tanzania, our very, very, very good partner, NATO and NCI, friends from the media, and my UN colleagues in the hall. all protocol observed. Welcome to the United Nations Entebbe campus and to the Regional Service Center here in Entebbe. The center hosting you today is the largest shared service center in the UN Secretariat. We serve over 16,000 staff members in peacekeeping and political offices across Africa. The UN campus in Entebbe has 4 training components: the Regional Training and Conference Center, which is part of the RSCE, the Civilian Pre-Deployment Training Center, which is part of the Integrated Training Services at United Nations Headquarters, the United Nations Mine Action Mobile Training Team, and the UN C4ISR Academy for Peace Operation, UNCAP. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, through their Defense and Related Security Capacity Building, the DCB initiative, have partnered with UNCAP and installed the first ever virtual instructor-led training center in this region of the world, and that is what brings us here today. The Secretary General, in his Action for Peacekeeping initiative, called on member states to join him in developing a set of mutually agreed principles and commitment to create peacekeeping operations fit for the future. NATO responded to the call from the Secretary General by expressing support in September 2018 with the aim to strengthening the capacity of the UN to mount and sustain peacekeeping operations by enhancing the operational performance, safety, and security of UN peacekeepers. The mandate of UNCAP is to strengthen the capacity of uniform signals and ICT personnel through specialized training on critical technologies, equipment, and systems, as well as on UN procedures and operating environment. The RSCE is developing into a training hub for UN peacekeeping missions in Africa, and the VILD, the Virtual Instructor-Led Training Center, will enhance the capacity of the center and UNCAP to deliver trainings in a more seamless and cost-effective manner. VILD employs online platforms for interactive sessions and enables real-time collaboration among participants. With VILD, we do not have to fly in participants from all over the world, but can have them receive instruction from their duty stations and location with the feel of being inside the training room. The VILD also offers a solid hybrid training methodology with theoretical materials offered online and practical exercise on the campus. This reduces considerably the cost of training. We will also be able to easily track and measure learner progress and engagement, deliver interactive learning through live presentations, quizzes, polls, and breakout sessions, tailor content, adaptive path, and feedback to individual learner needs, and monitor device status and performance in real time. UNCAP is committed to excellence in preparing peacekeepers for their roles under the UN flag and enhancing their operational readiness and performance on crucial technology in the areas of command, control, communication, computers, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance. UNCAP also plays a crucial role in skilling more women in IT through Women's Outreach Course, a tailored training program specifically designed to address the unique challenges faced by women in peacekeeping missions. The VILD also offers us the opportunity to accommodate more students globally without limitations on attendance, and we can also increase the number of trainings we hold annually to meet the ever-increasing demand for training support. I would like to thank NATO and the NATO Communication and Information Agency for choosing to collaborate with UNCAP and RSCE to deliver this state-of-the-art facility at the RSCE to enrich the training capabilities of the RSCE and the UN Secretariat. I would also like to thank the North Atlantic Council, the NATO Foreign Ministers, NATO Communication and Information Agency, NCI, the UN leadership for allowing us to have this partnership and developing into more training for peacekeepers, the government of Uganda for your hospitality, helping us and accepting to host us here to continue from the original point to provide training and support to peacekeepers, and everybody else who, and the entities who have been involved in making this process a success. As I conclude, I want to thank you for braving the rain to be here with us today, and let's have a beautiful celebration. Thank you.
Thank you, Director RSCE. We'll now have a speech from Theodora Adekul, the NATO HQ International Staff Officer, Senior Political Officer, Operations. And she'll do a speech for 10 minutes, and then Ms. Sherry Aka will also come on stage and give her speech. Over to you, Ms. Theodora.
In the global order.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and esteemed VIPs. I'm here on behalf of my general manager. Excuse me, there. Yeah, okay. On behalf of our general manager, Mr. Ludwig de Camps, the General Manager of the NATO Communication and Information Agency. It is my pleasure to be here today to recognize this momentous milestone in our NATO and UN defense capacity building project. This virtual instructor-led training capability and this opening ceremony is of great importance for both the United Nations and NATO, as it illustrates for us what we can achieve together in support of peace operations preparedness, and it perhaps hints of a promise of more success to come in the future. The VILT capability is only one of 4 main deliverables of this DCB project. This project also includes core work packages for course development, training delivery, and trainer preparation, and also consultancy and mentoring support for learning and learning management. These collective efforts aim to enhance the maturity and effectiveness of the UN C4ISR Academy for Peace Operations, also known as UNCAP. Let me take this moment to highlight some of the remarkable achievements you have attained thus far here at the RSCE and at UNCAP. You have successfully navigated our CIS Technical Instructor Train the Trainer course with 7 of your outstanding UNCAP instructors. You have completed a training needs analysis for 4 new UN courses. You have installed a learning management system that will support your training delivery in the future. And you've now launched on that learning management system 2 Spectrum Management e-learning modules, and there's more to come to follow these. You've completed 3 mentoring and consultancy sessions together with us in NATO. We believe we are very privileged to join this celebration with you and to mark this achievement with this inauguration of the VILT capability and the readiness of the UNCAP instructors to deliver live online training. This accomplishment is a testament to the tireless efforts and the dedication of the Regional Support Center here in Entebbe and the UNCAP team. And we at the NATO Communications and Information Agency were able to support through our NCI Academy, through our NATO Digital Workplace Center, and through our partnership with our industry provider, Proximus Enterprise, all of whom worked together tirelessly and seamlessly to recognize your objectives here at the UNCAP. The VILT, as was already mentioned by Pauline, is a pivotal facility here that holds great promise for training UN peacekeeping forces before they deploy and during their deployment. It represents a sophistication of training delivery methods, the application of advanced training technology, and access to cutting-edge e-learning course offerings that are hosted on the learning management system that's connected to the VILT. This platform allows for an enhanced two-way communication between instructors and students. It fosters real-time interaction over a distance and enables the sharing of information through video, whiteboard collaboration, polling tools, and through presentations, etc. It will be a key element in the UN strategy for digital transformation of peacekeeping implementation. And it provides UNCAP with more flexibility to achieve their C4SR training for peacekeeping forces. As this moment marks the initial operational capability of our joint NATO-UN project, we recognize that our journey will continue. Yes, we may have some challenges. There may be some additional opportunities on the horizon. We at NCI Agency are fully committed to finalize this work together and to ensure its successful completion in July of 2024. We are confident in and excited by UNCAP's future as a C4ISR and cyber training center. And we are looking forward to see how you will employ this new capability and what you can in turn teach us at NATO. Together, I believe we are shaping a future where our cooperation and our partnership will continue to flourish and benefit all those who seek peace and security in this world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sherry and Ms. Theodora, for your warm and insightful information about the virtual instructor-led training and also the collaboration between United Nations and NATO, specifically NCIA Academy. Without further ado, at this juncture, I'll kindly request the Ambassador Philip Odida, the AG Director, Regional and International Political Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, representing the Republic of Uganda, to come and give his remarks.
Morning. The Director, Regional Service Center, Entebbe, the Assistant Secretary General, ITO, Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, representatives of NCI agency, members of the military fraternity gathered here, staff of RSCE in all your various capacities, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to represent the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on the occasion of the launch of the Virtual Instructor-Led Training VILT facility at the United Nations Regional Service Center in Entebbe. I send you the best regards and wishes from our senior and top management, as well as the apologies of the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Honorable Henry Okello Oryem, who is unable to be with you today as he is abroad on an official assignment. Distinguished guests, as this is my first visit to the UN Regional Service Center in Entebbe, I'm happy to witness firsthand the fact that it has evolved from its initial form as a pilot center for shared services under the Global Field Support Strategy, GFSS Reform Initiative in 2010, into what it is today, a premium, client-oriented, and fully fledged shared service center that provides, I understand, for the needs of 62% of all United Nations peacekeeping and special political missions worldwide. It is through your efforts and through the efforts of your staff that the RSCE is becoming a veritable center of excellence. Today's opening launch of the virtual instructor-led training presents yet another milestone for the RSCE that will further enhance your capacities as a training hub for UN peacekeeping missions in Africa. The C4ISR Academy for Peace Operations, UNCAP, collaborative initiative with the NATO will go a long way in enhancing of training of uniformed personnel in African peacekeeping, as it will no doubt unlock the possibility of scalable training opportunities for many, many more, using technologies that transcend geographical barriers. In today's world, which stands poised to engage in a technological leap through advances in ICTs, it remains imperative that African peacekeepers, at least, should receive innovative training in relevant areas that can prepare them for the complexities of modern conflict situations. I heard earlier on from the director the call from the Secretary General about collaborative efforts. So allow me, therefore, to recognize that NATO and thank NATO for its commitment to providing much-needed capacity building through various partnership programs such as this. Your presence here today through the NATO Communications and Information Agency testifies to that commitment. The commitment should remain a long-term one that focuses not only on immediate training needs of the region's peacekeepers, but also works towards overall sustainability of the initiative, and by building and enlarging internal capacities, by promoting self-sufficiency, and by aligning with the broader UN strategies for digital transformation in peacekeeping. Distinguished guests, on its part, the government of Uganda remains happy to have partnered with the RSCE to ensure that it has the necessary security, the necessary premises, the necessary infrastructure, and support to provide a talent pool that contributes to the workforce of the United Nations. As I conclude, I therefore wish to reiterate Uganda's steadfast commitment to continue supporting the United Nations and African peacekeeping operations where they occur. I equally convey to you the government of Uganda's honor to host and support this important and growing regional service center in Entebbe. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Philip Odida, for the insightful and warm welcome to Uganda. I believe our guests are feeling welcome to this warm and rainy Uganda, but the sun will come out very soon. By 12, I'm sure the sun will be up. Don't worry. Without further ado, I'd like to request without further ado, I'd like to kindly request Mr. Bernardo Moreno Jr., our Assistant Secretary General, Chief Information Technology Officer, who has flown all the way from New York through Nairobi to give his opening remarks.
Being too tall sometimes doesn't help. Excellencies, ambassadors, partners, specifically NATO, UPDF, and all the other partners we engage with, friends from the media, colleagues from the United Nations, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Good morning. Bon dia, bonjour. In a world of ever evolving, and in a world where conflicts are increasingly complex, dynamic, embracing digital technology becomes imperative. 20 years ago, we wouldn't talk about cyber wars. Maybe Star Trek or some of these science fiction movies would portray those kind of scenarios, but today it's a reality. Therefore, embracing digital technology becomes imperative. In our commitment to innovation, the United Nations recognizes that the potential of technology to empower peacekeeping missions is key to enhance the effectiveness of those peacekeeping missions. And it is important to note that digital transformation is not solo endeavor, but a journey of collaboration and partnership. It requires strategic partnership. It requires collaboration even in a world where trust is at deficit. And here at UN, we are committed to engage with all stakeholders to achieve that success in protecting civilian lives, protecting and preserving peace, and really help the world, the humanity, achieve the Sustainable Development Goals as we move forward. So the strategic partnership with member states and international organizations, or even the private sector, brings together a wealth of knowledge and resources. And I mentioned private sector because nowadays you hear about generative artificial intelligence. The world is, and the technology world, and the digital ecosystem is transforming at a very fast pace. Therefore, collaborations such as this one that facilitate exchanges of ideas, technology, it creates these synergies to affect our collaborative goals to ensure that we deliver the best to the commitments that we have for peace and security is crucial. The UN Digital Transformation Strategy, guided by the principles of sustainability and scalability, really seeks to harness this power of technology in a very, very efficient way. It also acknowledges that effort must be sustained over time, adapted to different contexts of mission, and most important, interoperable with existing systems of different countries and different contexts. This strategy aligns with the United Nations' dedication to building strategic partnerships, emphasizing the need for multi-stakeholder approach. Therefore, engaging with partners such as NATO ensures this harmonious integration of the technological advancements into our peacekeeping operation. Sometimes I talk about the digital twin of a peacekeeping mission or peacekeeping camp. So in the UN, we recognize that digital transformation is not just about technology. It's also, most important, is about people. Therefore, training people, building capacity, and ensuring that that capacity is delivered the right place, the right time, to achieve the successes that we need to realize in the peacekeeping, it is crucial. The UN is committed to provide the peacekeeping workforce with those digital skills to ensure that they carry out their work in a very effective way. So let's leverage the experience with NATO and other partners to develop and deliver those advanced trainings as the one we will soon have a chance to witness. I would like to reiterate that digital impact of digital transformation in peacekeeping operation cannot be achieved without each and all of you that commit towards the same goal of preserving peace, sustaining development, and ensuring that we leave a legacy in this world that our children, our grandchildren, and the next generation will be very proud of. By consolidating information and deploying advanced analytical tools, we gain deeper understanding of the ever-changing conflict landscape. And this knowledge empowers missions to respond swiftly and contributing to safety and security of our peacekeepers, but also safety and security of the communities that we all serve. In conclusion, the digital transformation of peacekeeping is a journey, a collaborative journey, a transformative journey that we all embarked to ensure that, as it is guided by the UN principles and vision, we achieve this strategic partnership to harness the potential of digital technology for good. Together, with our partners, we are building a future where innovation and technology are pivotal in advancing our shared goals for peace and security. These strategic partnerships that we are adopting and adapting to the present challenges and shaping to a more resilient and capable peacekeeping, we want to ensure that this becomes a force for good and a force that will ensure in our future we continue to adapt and deliver these benefits that we all seek as we engage in the mission to preserve peace, build, strengthen security, and contribute to sustainable development. Being from Mozambique, and being in Africa, and after 20 years, after 20 years coming to Uganda, because the last time I was here was 20 years ago. It just fills me with joy to see how Uganda's changed. Entebbe used to be a small village 20 years ago, and I wanted to congratulate the people of Uganda, the government of Uganda, but also to appreciate the work of my colleagues here in the Regional Service Center for what they are doing to support peacekeeping, but also to create the capacity as we start to think about the next generation of peacekeeping that has the tools, the capabilities, and the ability to deliver in the physical ecosystem, but also to leverage for digital ecosystems to create capacity, but also respond to threats that are in that space. So the NATO partnership with the United Nations comes from the Security Council Resolution 2436 in 2018 and the Action for Peace initiative that consolidate the efforts that you see today as we come here to inaugurate this good initiative that will add to this capacity building that we want to see our peacekeepers to have to be able to be effective. This package of operational performance that we'll bring with its capacity building will enhance and will transform the way our peacekeepers are equipped with tools and technologies to deliver the best response, the best operational response, but also the best strategic insights that data technology brings. So I want to conclude that, I want first of all to thank the NATO and the Defense and Capacity Building Trust Fund that is funding this initiative to provide information to tailor NATO training materials to UN peacekeeping operations, and the C4 ISR technology orientation courses, which will be conducted in French and English, and will continue to evolve in the future to bring other languages. All that to achieve this mutual benefit of capacity and sustainability. This project develops a two-way partnership between NATO and UN as both parties continue to benefit from sharing experiences, information, and bring that capacity. The project is designed to develop this self-sustainable training program, including the UN-tailored training materials, to use this instructor-trained model and the distance learning facilities based here in UNCAP to really deliver that capacity building as we move forward. In closing, I want to once again appreciate all our stakeholders who have actively participated and contributed to the collaborative journey of digital transformation of peacekeeping operations. The commitment, the dedication demonstrated by NATO, the colleagues in the United Nations, and the partners as well as public and private sectors underscore this vision of leveraging technology to advance global peace and security. It is essential to recognize those partnerships for mutual benefit, for sustainability, the exchange of experience, lessons learned between NATO and UN and the peacekeeping operations to contribute to this continuous improvement of standards and procedures at a global scale. So I want to thank once again for the partnership, thank to all of you for taking time out of your day to be here, and thank the colleagues that are behind the scene that make this a success. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Assistant Secretary General, Mr. Bernardo Moreno Jr., for your opening remarks. At this juncture, I'll kindly request the ASG to kindly come in front together with Ms. Sherry Aka, escorted by the Director Regional Service Center, Mr. Emmanuel Gol, and Ambassador Philip Odida, as we do an exchange of the plaque to commemorate this day. The exchange is between United Nations and the NATO NCI agency. We'll request a group photo, maybe without the without the cover, just the plaques only, so that it's better for the media. Thank you very much. The ASD, sir, at this juncture, will kindly request you, escorted by the Director RSCE, together with Ms. Sherry and Ambassador Philip Odida, to kindly go and unveil the virtual instructor-led training room. Distinguished delegates, we kindly request you to remain seated. The event is going to be aired live on the virtual walls because the room is very small. We cannot all fit in that room. Kindly. If we can kindly have the live feeds on the screen. That was part of the act. That is one of our trainers, because in the virtual instructor-led training room, there are students that have joined virtually from the missions, the mission in UNSOS, MINUSCA, and our mission in Mali. So the trainers were doing the tests. You got a sneak preview. If we can have the live feeds back.
Where emanates from the Secretary General's data strategy for peacekeeping and security. Then under there we have the A4P. Under A4P we have the safety and security for peacekeepers, protection of civilians, the strategy for digital transformation of peacekeepers, and then under digital transformation is where the work stream is. An enhanced capability. We want to provide a platform that will give you the option to make sure that you can plan your activities, you can analyze the available data, and make real-time decision making. So this is what UniteAware basically looks like. At the center is the platform or the product. And that product depends on data that is coming from different sources. So you have data coming in from UniteAware Sage, you have data coming in from the patrol planning tool, you have data coming in from asset tracking, from the mission sensors, and from UniteAware maps. This is customizable to the mission requirement and mission specific requirements. So for example, on top of the default apps that we have in there, we have built a civil affairs permit management system for Cyprus, and this is used to for them to manage the land that is within the disputed territory. So there is no activity that is supposed to go anywhere or to happen there. So anything that happens is supposed to be controlled by the United Nations. So they use this system to control that and to plan, to make sure that any activity that takes place in that protected territory is managed well to avoid conflict. So in MINUSCA, what we've done, we've also introduced a case management tool, which is used to, it is used for the process of managing the case from end to end, from the beginning because within SAGE, when incidents are reported, there is no expectation for certain data to be entered, which is considered extremely sensitive. So that sensitive data that is personally identified is only pushed to case management, and that tool is only available for on-call, and they're using it and they're happy. We are working on onboarding the electoral process, the DDR process within MINUSCA as well, among other things. At this moment, I would like to invite the VIPs, Mr. Polanjomo and the CETO to speak to you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, at this moment, good morning means it's working. I am Polanjomo, I'm the Director of the Regional Service Center in Entebbe. I have with us the Ambassador from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs representing the Minister who will not be here. And I have with me ASG Bernardo Mariano, the ASG CETO. And then I have Cheryl from NATO, who is with us as well. And we are actually unveiling and inaugurating this fantastic training room that you are already experiencing. Maybe one or two of you can tell us what is your experience and what is different from the other teams and the other training facilities that we use. Igor, do you want to say something?
Igor, your microphone is mute. Maybe Ronek can speak.
Sorry, good. Hello, can you hear me? Good morning.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Good morning to everyone. My name is Ranit White. I am from Minister Mission. I'm here with a team of other colleagues that are located here in the HQ as well as the sector. We're happy to be present at this event to see what the virtual platform will be able to provide in different training, capability, ability, night awareness, other military training as well. So we're quite excited and we're happy to be here celebrating for the opening ceremony of this platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Randy. I see Vincent Sungo is having a different conversation. Vincent, are you with us? Definitely not.
John Wayne had his hand up at some point. John, would you like to say something?
Oh yeah, ladies and gents, yeah, I'm John. I'm the United Wear focal point with FTS here in UNCAP. So I'm with the mission nearly 2 months. So already I can see that this additional tool will be of great benefit to the training, because the big problem we see here, as I'm sure in all the mission areas, is the rotation of the on-call or the military troops happens so frequently, it's difficult to keep a handle on the training. So with this easily accessible, I suppose, medium, it can only make things better for us, the trainers, and for the police troops and indeed civil affairs that are working in different missions. So looking forward to using it and learning how to make the most from it. So thanks very much. Over.
Thank you, John. Osama, you are the chief FTS in MINUSCA. I don't want to put you on the spot with your boss here, but I wanted to hear your perspective.
Good morning. We are thrilled to be part of this, and I'm glad that you're mentioning my name and you're singling me out. I'm MINUSCA. Just to reiterate that the birthplace of United Aware started here. I'm glad that most of the GIS team are also involved, and as usual, we will continue rendering our services and expertise, and looking forward to enrich this experience and leverage the situational awareness mandate in the UN as a whole. Thank you very much, Mr. Polan, for giving me the floor.
Thank you, Osama. You can see that they are looking at it from different perspectives. They're looking at situational awareness, and the other colleague from UNFIS in Cyprus is talking about how it can expand to the military in the field. And you have different people from different entities in different places. MINUSCA is Central African Republic, and unofficial business cycles, so we can connect people around the world.
We also have Somalia.
Sorry?
We also have Somalia on there.
You have Somalia on there, which is a good thing. Michael Fletcher, where is he now?
Mike Fletcher is in Bangkok. Hi, Mike.
Because I know that name very well. Mike, how are you doing?
Fine, sir. Thank you very much. Doing well. I'm here in Bangkok, actually, so not only is it covering another part of the world, so very, very excited about the advent of the VILT facilities. It's really a great opportunity, especially for the United Aware training, which I have an interest in, and in particular, we call the Tier 2 training, which is a remote training that many of the participants you see on the screen here today are actually participants in the first two cohorts of that training. So we're shifting away from teams and onto the VILT. It's really an exciting time. We expect great things to unfold. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mike. So you see, you can already hear from the participants how this is going to be useful to everybody in the field.
Exactly. Yes, nice to meet you all. My name is Sherry Aker. I'm with NATO from the NCI Academies. And it's our team who helped to design and install this build capability. And I'm really pleased to see that the instructor is quite comfortable with the capability and that you're all engaged in the training session already. And so I see that we're already adding value here, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to see. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Do you want to say a few words before we continue?
Just to thank again NATO, but also to thank all the colleagues to really embrace this and to leverage on this technology to deliver what matters most to peacekeepers and matters most to the people that serve. So excellent work. So look forward to see all trainings, the VLT and this VLT facility, but also see people leveraging on this capacity. I think spreading the word and sharing your experience using VLT will really allow us to not only sustain, but also to ensure that this capacity is leveraged to its maximum. So kudos to you, Poland. Thanks to NATO partnership. Very grateful for the government of Uganda for hosting us and allowing us to showcase what we can do in Africa, for Africa and for the world.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sito. And to the colleagues, I would be interested as we start this this journey. I would be interested to hear from you the type of technical challenge you could have from your end, and how we're going to be resolving that as we continue, as we start with the training courses. I can already see the quality of the transmission on the screen, but definitely depending on where you are, if you have challenges, we would want to know so that we see how to address them very quickly as we start this journey. We don't want to take that much time, and Ambassador?
Yeah, thank you, Jomo. And this, I think, to me is the highlight of our visit today, coming in and seeing it actually in operation. I want to thank NATO and you for bringing it all together. I mean, from my standpoint, the equipment looks state of the art. From our vantage point, we can see the collective. So it's a very good situation room where you can get the conversations all together. Earlier on, of course, we know that there are challenges with this kind of operation, that you need people on the ground to interact. But here, it's possible to exchange ideas, to perhaps tighten up on concepts, and be able to get the overview of what is what's before you. Specifically for participants from the African continent, it's a brilliant opportunity to take advantage of technology to bridge distance and time. I know Michael Fletcher, who spoke earlier on, is somewhere, another extreme part of the world, and there are so many who are able to come together in one. So I think it's a really good opportunity, and I'm grateful to be here during this launch, and I hope it's going to be able to achieve a lot more. Ugandans, glad that you're able to do this and demonstrate it here at Entebbe. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. We have the capacity to have 36 people at the same time.
Right.
We can expand it beyond 36, but then the experience is going to be a little bit different, because then with 36 or less, the instructor can actually see what you're doing from your end, and it makes it easy. It brings the feel of the classroom, actually. So we will actually always limit it to the number that will make it interactive and very interesting for not only for the instructor but also for the student. Christian, do you want to say a word?
No, thank you for honoring us with your presence. We're very glad on behalf of the students. We're excited on behalf of the instructors and other trainers. We're very excited. The technology is amazing. Thank you very much, NATO. Thank you, Sito, and thank you, Chief Director.
Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone. Thank you. We'll let you continue your course. Bye-bye. Thank you.
We'll kindly request Your Excellencies, the ambassadors, representing the embassies here in Uganda, to kindly follow Mr. Emmanuel Gore. You will go to the virtual instructor-led training room, and please feel free to interact with the students who are joining online.
They will not be speaking, they will probably just be walking around. But please keep your cameras on. Alvin, I don't see your face. Renard, please keep your camera on.
Distinguished dignitaries, we kindly request you to follow the group. It will still be aired online, and make sure you look good when you're moving around. All of you will appear in the YouTube channel for RSCE. So make sure you smile and you look.
The inbuilt application already been rolled out, and
once they are done, we'll also request the SDMs to follow thereafter.
Or the joke room within Cyprus. We had to build a new joke room thanks to the funding from different partners. Yeah, so this is basically what we're doing with UnitAware. And what are some of the capabilities that we have within UnitAware? So I can use the different tools with UnitAware, for example, to analyze any security situation within a given area. What you're seeing on my screen right now is I am focusing on an area in Ndenga village in Kagabandoro and in Central African Republic. I am looking at the area where the MPC rebel group is operating. You are seeing a few things on my screen, a little dots and the little symbols. The dots represent the minerals, the natural resources within the region. The other symbols, for example, the red or orange, those are rebel group presences within a particular area or whatever is happening in that area. So with this tool, I can run an analysis based on the available data and make decision making easy. Within the tool as well, we can plan case vacs and med vacs for different within different areas. The different areas. So, for example, I am looking at the areas of Kagabandoro, Bambari, and Sibut, and this line over here shows me the distance between Sibut and Kagabandoro, not in nautical miles. I can have that in kilometers if I am doing a road evacuation. Then over here on the right-hand side, I can actually have it, I'm looking at the distance between Kakabandoro and Bambari, still in nautical miles. So this tool allows you to play with it and get quite a bit of information based on the available resources that you have. So if you want to do an evacuation, medical or case vac in case it is extreme, these are some of the tools that you can use. With this, I have an overall understanding of the mission operating picture. Again, I see the medical treatment facilities that are within MINUSCA. I see the rebel groups operating areas. I see the location of the rebel groups themselves and the natural resources and so on and so forth. So this layer strictly shows me the medical facilities. Again, in case of an emergency and I would like to evacuate anybody to any place, I can plan. And within UNITAWARE, with the medical treatment facilities, what we have done is we have mapped all the capabilities. So before I move somebody from one point to another, I can actually call ahead and find out if there's a surgeon, for example, on board, if I need one, if there's an operating room, or if they have oxygen, whatever it is that I need. So all those capabilities are already within the system. So somebody can quickly make a decision to know that I need to move from here to there at the quickest and earliest opportunity to save life and to avoid any issues.
Dignitaries, they might have some questions about the facility.
Sure.
It's an interactive session, so please go ahead.
Yes, sir.
I'm very much interested to know the interface of this system here and what is happening in the field, because I see there's like a real-time analysis situation. So what is the interface? Do you the update is done in the mission or you do it here?
So UNITAWARE is a tool that is, for example, what you're looking at is a situation in Central African Republic. We deployed the system in MINUSCA. Everything is managed there. We don't manage their data. They input the data in the system. They manage the maps. We have some GIS colleagues over here. And Osama, the chief FTS as well, these are the guys that are actually managing the system within MINUSCA. So everything is done by the mission. We are just giving them a platform, and they use the platform however they want. So we also train them to do the analysis, to use the tools basically. Yeah. But it's independent of the VILT system. So the VILT system is a classroom. So,
can you interact with anyone online? Can you show us?
Yes, I can interact with anybody online. C4 Sami is one of the police officers from based in Somalia. C4 Sami, could you unmute your microphone and say hello to? You just disconnected. Osama, can you turn your camera on and mute your mic and say hello to our guests? Osama is the chief FTS in MINUSCA.
Thank you very much. It's unfortunate that we have heavy clouds in Bangui, and our connectivity goes through a high latency satellite, but still we can manage to have this heavy bandwidth application, the VIOT. As for the platform that we use and the content, the situational awareness for CAR, it has it's a prime example on data decision and visual decision driven to managers. It helps a lot. It's a favorite tool for the force and the police collectively, and the multi-layers that we service includes not only the locations, but also includes beyond, like the hospital mapping, the other particulars that are requested for in case of emergency or medical evacuation. So you put the layer that relates to you to help the leadership to decide and to take action towards the hotspots or the critical crisis. Again, with the incident management, we have the self-pattern analysis that also helps the decision maker to read, synthesize, and superimpose over the GIS maps that you can see on situational awareness. Interactively, we can also integrate live footage, videos, yet it's a bit clunky and heavy, so we separate the systems. We can have in a joint task room, we have live videos on hotspots. Meanwhile, the operators and the other participants can see or realize the situations that can arise with the visuals effect that we have. And not only that, if there are patrols that are nearby, and we track these patrols through a TETRA system or long-range UHF, HF system, which also track on Unite Aware, so you pull the layer that relates to patrol tracking, and there's a patrol near a hotspot that has been identified. We can know exactly the team lead of that patrol. We can even call them on TETRA if the GSM coverage is not suitable, and call that patrol to divert the route near to the hotspot area to verify the incident and complement the MUNUSCA mandate in the protection of civilians and other goals. I hope I answered your questions. If you have any further questions, I will be on standby.
Thank you, Osama.
Yeah, go ahead. Right. My name is Anton Balmer, IPSDC. I want to continue with the question which has been posed already. I understand the beauty of this platform. I would be very much interested, is this a platform which is open source, or how did you develop this platform? Number one. Number two, is it mostly the training on this platform, or what else are you also training in terms of courses, different programs, different objectives? What are you also training? And then thirdly, what I'm also interested, what is required to use this platform specifically in terms of technical hardware and all this kind of support from instructors? How many people are required to manage this kind of training?
Thank you, sir. So by platform, I assume you mean the VILD platform?
Yes.
Okay. So the VILD platform was built by, so there's two things. There's the hardware and there's the software. Yes. The software was built by a company called BACO. It's a company that was contracted by NATO, our partners in this, to actually build the application. The hardware was provided by another company, still through the NATO partnership, but most of the hardware is hardware that you can get off the market. It's very good hardware, but what does it require for you to do this? So for example, with this setup, I can host a class of 36, 36 with video. So this is supposed to have videos. So there are 6 screens. Each screen is hosting 6 seats. We call them seats because we try to emulate or copy the classroom setting. And if I have more than 36, I have an option to configure the same system, use one of the screen as an offset where I am only receiving video from, rather audio from the students. So they will not have video. So on that particular screen, you can have up to 42 extra on top of what you're getting in here. So there's different configurations that you can have. But in order for us to mimic a classroom and have the whole session interactive, we prefer the 36 setup. If you had an option, you can increase with the number of screens into the room for you to expand the seats with video, but without that, this is a configuration that we have. We intend to use it for other trainings as well. UniteAware is just one of those trainings that for now has been developed to be, Tier 2 has been developed to be delivered remotely. But there are other trainings that are also in development as we speak that will be delivered using the system. I hope I've answered your question.
The other thing, the instructor even doesn't need to be. As an instructor, you bring in the instructor remotely.
Yeah.
So if you have an expert, say, in Turkey on the screen, seeing to teach the class, the instructor will come in.
Yes, so they will be on that screen. The screen with a camera. So that will be for the remote instructor.
So how many people are then managing the technical?
So depending on the type of training that you have either 2 people or 1 person. So you have the producer, he manages sometimes the slides. So if I'm, for example, speaking and I'm not worrying about what the students are seeing, he will push the content to the students, but I can also do it from here if I really have to.
Any more questions?
What was discussed so
So these are the guys actually that built this.
Specialists.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello.
So we integrated actually the whole system. I think you explained about the hardware and software part. Just listen to the start of your speech and that. And as a company, we were contracted by NATO to integrate the whole system. So we provided all of the hardware, made the design, and install all of this solution. Then there are specific questions related to the integration or hardware.
I think there was a question from the gentleman.
Yeah, I have one question. Simon Harris from the British High Commission. It's a great project, really great that we can support it. One question, probably more for the team here, is whether it's enabled you to increase your capacity for training. So when you have X amount of physical courses, why am I done a virtual course when you've kept that the same? And then also maybe a question for some of the participants is how they found it in terms of have they found it's allowed them to do the course when maybe they haven't been able to in the past, or there can be 2 sides to it. One side that actually enables you to fit it into a very busy schedule. The other side actually sometimes going physically allows you to not be distracted by the mountains of work that kind of pile up alongside you. So just it'd be interesting to get a sense from any of the participants as to how they found it as well.
So let me ask Mike Fletcher to speak on in terms of the development of the course. Mike Fletcher and the team developed the UniteAware course that we are delivering remotely. And I will probably ask John, are you there? Or Ranek? Okay, I'll ask John. John is from Cyprus. He will speak on behalf of the guys in Cyprus to give their perspective, and Ranek from Central Africa to give their perspective. So you have different. But over to you, Mike.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you for the question. It's a good question. You're asking about the improvements we're going to see with VILT over what we've been using here before, which is the Microsoft Teams system. Frankly, we're at a cusp, we're at a transition right now, where the VILT is a new system to us, so we're beginning to integrate the training you see here today, which is basically an instance of what can be done with the VILT facilities, UniteAware specifically. And we've been involved in the development of the training materials for UniteAware. And we have, I would like to just pause for a second, if I can, to interject something that I was thinking of during the previous question, and that is that what you see today in the UniteAware demonstration is the fact that we're using a training environment. This is not the production environment of the 3 different applications that are normally used in the mission. And Osama Matalka talked about that. Mainly we have the Patrol Plans application, the UniteAware Maps application, and UniteAware Sage. The Sage is basically a data input into the system, capturing events and incidents of consequence of the mission. Maps that, as its namesake, presents that information in a geographical format. Patrol plans enables uniformed personnel to make plans to move personnel throughout the mission, track those people. So we're just one particular instance of training. And we are just moving off the Teams platform and onto this. We have yet, in fact, the cohort you just finished this week, as a matter of fact, some of those individuals in the room here today used the team format for their training. We have not yet run a full cohort using the VILT system, but we see great advantages in doing that, shifting away from teams. So we expect, for one thing, to more specific answer to your question, 36 people is quite a step up from what we had before in terms of numbers of students. Previously we had, let's say, 8 to 12 students in a cohort. This sort of dramatically upgrades the number of students who can pass through the training. But that's a big upgrade right there. And we think the features that are involved with the VILT are greatly going to enhance our ability to present the United Aware training. I can't really speak to much of the VILT itself, and I think that was done very well by Christian and the gentleman to his right. And already, but in terms of the United Aware, we really see great advantages of using the VILT. We're really excited about this. Thank you. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you.
All that, thank you. Yes, sir.
John, briefly.
Hi, gents, ladies and gents. Yeah, just follow on from what Michael said, purely from a mission level and like holistically within the mission. The biggest problem we have with getting the United Aware training out is the fact that we have multiple contingents, both military and police, who rotate at different times. So again, this platform looks amazing. So I suppose at its very basic level, the ability to train more people more frequently is excellent, and it's what we need. And as Michael rightly points out, to be able to train 36 people at one go versus 12, I mean, it's a game changer immediately. And it also, you know, obviously depending on the capacity of the guys there in Tebe, we have, you know, almost military battalions and different groups of one power rotating in there nearly every month or two. So as you can imagine, you can train more people more quickly. It's a win-win. So that's for me and from emphasis on the FDS side. So yeah, it's an excellent effort. Over.
Thank you, John. Renee or Osama, I don't know who would like to speak. They're okay? Oh.
Just to come back to compliment what was said. Some of the courses you need to prepare people even before they get to the ground. So we believe that this particular facility would be very beneficial to prepare people before they come and do the hands-on and be in person. And also would help us, especially with the pre-deployment, which was mentioned by Johnny, different countries, different time zones. We can use it to train them ahead of time what they should expect, and also we are working to scale it and integrate it with the virtual reality in one way or the other, so that they can have an idea of the environment where they're going to be deployed. Yes?
Yeah, once again, it's beauty. It's amazing. Now, for the member states to utilize the facility, what is it required in terms of software and hardware? For instance, maybe one of the centers
Okay, the system here is available on secure public internet. So say, for example, you want to use it, and you have, say, Instructor in Uganda or Instructor from any other place, call you, and you have it all up here. So it can be both by any entity and use it whenever they need. I think it's a good photo. Yeah. Oh, sorry. That's
I'm Fatih, Turkish ambassador in Kampala. I was just wondering why Uganda was selected for this project. settled here in Dublin. Since it's a virtual facility, it can be anywhere. Is there a specific reason for that?
All right. The Regional Service Center was established in Uganda, and it's been here for quite some time now, over 10 years. The other component of Regional Service Center is the Regional Beam Technology, which I'm heading, where we provide support and technology needs for the PCB, especially special UNCAP is the component of the portfolio within the Regional Service Office. So that's why you get those. And here is the Regional Training Center, Conferencing Center, where most of the missions, they come here. But there is quite a lot of background to that. We happen to be here, okay? And we cannot decide like, okay, let's do it in Kenya. We're ready, and the support team, and the team that supports that portfolio is all based here. All right, a photo, sorry. Follow that tall guy.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Shava. Talk to you later. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We are from Belgium.
The Dutch, they're fighting themselves.
Yeah, the Dutch.
Thank you all for attending the course. I will be personally visiting Mike Fletcher with his certificate. So thank you, Mike.
Distinguished delegates, we'll kindly request you to join the group photo, and then you'll go back to the VIP to view the Vilt room. Just follow the blue carpet, and we'll take the group photo outside RTCC. George, we kindly request you to join us for the group photo. Irene as well, together with Grace. Kindly, everyone, let's join the group photo. Dan, let's join the group photo. Our engineer, Duncan, kindly, let's go and join the group photo.
Familiar with Unite Aware, so ask, I will do my best to answer. Yes, Mike.
Thanks, Christian. I guess the question that comes to my mind is sort of looking forward into the next cohort with Tier 2. When do you think that we'll be ready to actually use the facilities for the next Tier 2 cohort? Is that something you think we can put together for January, or is that a February, a closer date for that?
I think we'll be...
Apologies, colleagues, for such a specific question, but curious.
I think we'll be ready for the January cohort because the system as is already available. I don't think there's any trainings that are planned at the moment, so January should be good.
Okay. Yeah, we're really excited to see exactly how, I was discussing this with Guillaume last night, how exactly the features of the VILT, we're familiar with what we did with teams and how that worked with the different groups of cohorts, and how we utilize teams and the switching back and forth with screens and that type of thing. A view of the actual scenarios and a view of the actual applications. So we're very keen to see how we're going to adopt that into the VILT system. I think it's going to be great, and I'm just curious of how the actual nuts and bolts of that is going to look like and how it's going to work. So maybe we need to do a dry run on that, before we launch with the next cohort.
Yep, we can plan to do a dry run. We'll need to work with UNCAP here, who are the custodians of the system. With that in mind, though, there's a cost involved, but the cost. So, so every time we host a session, so for example, this session, it's charged 1 credit per hour per seat. So if you have 36 credits, if you have 36 credits, rather 36 seats, those are 36 credits per hour. But the details, the cost of the credit and all those things, we can get those details from UNCAP. And if they will be charging tier 2 training. But I just wanted to mention that because we can't, we don't have a training environment, so we can't just set up test sessions just like that because there's a cost involved. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and in fact, the establishment of a stable training environment during the training sessions is also something that runs parallel to what we need to do in terms of preparation, so that there's not changes made to the program, etc.
Yeah.
So, okay, thanks, Christian, for that. I'll let other colleagues ask questions. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mike. Thank you. Okay. Any questions from the rest of the folks? Hi, David.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to some others maybe. I'm not sure where everybody's connecting. Michael's late afternoon already. Yeah, it's very impressive, as we discussed yesterday, platform. I think it's definitely, John, thanks for stepping in and covering the offensive side, but obviously, besides you're not aware, but if we just want to talk about this new platform, I think this, for training purposes, it's a game changer, step forward in ensuring that we can participate in more interactive and obviously just simply a much more mature training environment for our team and our military to participate in, because teams can be a bit static. This needs to be a bit more interactive and we're still leveraging similar technologies, but ultimately it's just a step up in sort of creating an interactive environment where engaging into a screen, or rather the trainer is visual, they can click around and then they have more tools at their disposal to create a more richer training environment. So I think kudos to the team down there and to putting it out of way. We even had the CRA came to see us, and we did the debrief and the jock, and we had all the video all running. And these types of things, and he sees how we analyze and look at that. We've got a great team with John, Izzy and others, and the military really got and so just actually, because Cyprus has actually gone from a sort of a benign, quiet mission to a very, very for a very sort of active and a very tense situation for on a daily basis. So a situation where it's a game changer. Some of the staff were there before the changes were before you're not aware, and after that we don't know how we will deal with these problems without not aware. So that's definitely sounds like a marketing or something, but it's a reality. Everybody else, constant dialogue the lead users, with the senior management, SRSC, everybody is not buying into the system, which is a huge benefit. I see people have walked into the room, so I will go on the course.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Would you like to say something? So these are some of our folks here in RSCE. Again, if you have any questions, just let me know or open your mic and speak. Hi, sir.
Here's the gentleman in the red shirts. I recognize him. He's South African, right?
What you saying, David? Yeah, Leonard.
Something about rugby. You know, they're Ryan. You know, there's Brian next to you.
Yeah.
We won World Cup champions and all that stuff. You know.
They kept us up a few nights of the week. That lot. Yeah.
No, for sure. Anyway, it's great to see. No, it just shows it's great to see the interactivity of the fact that we can see not only remote participants but have these camera angles and stuff. It's a great step up for having a good sense of being part of a training group session instead of a static two-dimensional screen. Anyway, I'll keep quiet now and let you guys know what you guys want to discuss.
I can see Suha's there. Hi, Suha. How are you doing?
Hi everyone.
And Michael. Hi, Michael. A few of the folks that we.
Hello everyone. Hello.
Who else is there?
What do you control from?
So no, it's amazing. We've got this like spectrum of you guys. And if you can see, you got it from there. And then we down here on the floor somewhere. We see ourselves.
And I will be coming in here and testing the screens with my Nintendo Switch, make sure that the games look good, you know.
Brian, you can always watch reruns of the Rugby World Cup.
Yeah. Did you play Scotland in the final? I can't remember. Was it Scotland?
Yeah.
We need to keep the kids away from Brian.
Yeah, exactly.
He's talking about turning this into an interrogation room after. So.
It's not out that I'm engaging all the persons.
All very good. Okay. Nice to see everybody. See you.
Congratulations.
When I designed that one.
All right, folks. I guess this is it. We can call it a day. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for sticking in until this time. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us. We'll try and answer as much as we can. We're also trying to learn the system. It's a whole different thing, but yeah, we'll be happy to share whatever we can with you. Otherwise, have a good afternoon. I think it's afternoon for everyone now, except Bangi. Bangi is still morning. So we'll see.
Cyprus is 20 to 10, 20 to 11.
Okay, good morning and good afternoon, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you. Well done, sir.
Thank you. Have a good one. Thank you for joining us today.
No.